Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of the Big Brother 20. Tonight, we are going to talk about everything that's been going on in the Big Brother house, on top of live feed updates, spoilery stuff. So if you're not into spoilers and whatnot, this isn't the show for you, but come back later after you are caught up. Also, I feel I haven't done this a while. If you are offended easily, and cannot laugh at anything, please.
Why have we had some trouble lately? Have we had
some crybabies?
Oh geez, what are they crying about now?
Oh, it's just me. Nobody ever attacks you guys. It's always me. And we've already got Lizard Gaming and Rebecca Hurley in the chat. Hey guys, I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. I apologize for the way I look.
Wow, you look fabulous.
I've been through a lot today. I'm pet sitting. I made a video about it that Tyler totally ignored my video.
Yep.
Just
hey, at least you know me so well. No.
Didn't watch it. Didn't even watch it.
No.
Did you? All he had to see was diarrhea in the title.
And exactly. And I was like, this is so on brand with Allison, and I'm glad that she's into that kind of stuff. But I don't want to watch a video about poop, literally.
How do you actually see the diarrhea in the video, Deborah?
Not really. I mean, you see the little brown lumpy thing there.
And I can't position the camera where you didn't even see it after that.
Exactly. She did position the camera where you didn't see.
I know. Trying to be courteous. And Nelda, hey, Nelda. It wasn't graphic. Next time it will be. And I'm going to name it something else. And it's going to be a trick. And then he will watch my video. And it's on YouTube, by the way. If you're wondering what we're talking about, I posted a video called Allison Cleans Up Cat Diarrhea While Pet Sitting, because I'm watching a very old fetal cat that's on his last legs. And he has bowel problems, but he's a sweet cat. And it's only because his owner's out of town. And it's me. So I'm used to getting shit on figuratively by everything in my life. So speaking of getting shit on by people, I'm going to turn the show over to Tyler, who's a professional.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that awesome segue, Allison. Also, a lot of people are using the internet right now, so I might have to switch over to my phone if the connection is an issue. Just let me know. But so,
wait. Andreas, I'm sorry, real quick. Andreas will be our other Tuesday guy. The new guy will be joining us shortly. So if he pops in, don't get scared. And hello, Linda Maxwell. Good evening to you. Thank you. She watched my video. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Okay, Tyler, you're fraud.
All right. So last we saw was Angela winning the head of household, and of course she nominated Fessy and Haleigh. Of course, that's the right move. I don't think that's anything too strategically out of left field or a weird choice by her. So the target seems to be landing on Fessy this week.
Fessy was the only person shocked that he was nominated.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he of course we saw in Sunday's show he was thinking that they wouldn't be put up together and they would be saved. And who did they try to put up? Sam? Is that who they tried to pitch?
Yeah, he's pitching Sam.
Which of course didn't go very well. Of course Angela's no, this is such a stupid idea. Of course I'm going to nominate the two of you guys and kind of trim the fat in terms of what is left of the Falte Alliance. So the target seems to be landing on Fessy this week. And where do you guys kind of land on that? Would you guys prefer, if you guys were Angela and the rest of level 6, do you think that it's correct to be targeting Fessy here, or would you guys?
Absolutely. But here's the thing. I mean, there's a double-edged sword there. So if you send Fessy out, then you have possibly Scottie coming back in, or Fessy coming right back in. So,
well, from level 6's point of view, like they keep in mind, like they have no idea that this battle back is happening.
right, yeah, but they do know the contingency of a battle back. They have discussed it, the contingency that there could be a battle back because this is the 4th person going out, and there wasn't a double eviction. So there is the distinct possibility that there could be a battle back. So they need to have a contingency plan on who they want to send out in the event that that person's just going to roll back in again.
Sure, absolutely. But I don't know
if you send. The thing is, if you send Haleigh out the door and Scottie wins his way back, then you have 2 guys coming for you.
Sure. I just, if I were in the Big Brother house, I would try really hard to make sure me and my alliance isn't playing the game in fear of a twist that we don't know for sure. You know, the only thing that they know for sure is that Fessy and Haleigh are on the block. And I think Danielle Donato said this in Big Brother 13. She was like, we can't play with the twists in mind because we have no idea what the twist is, what it entails, or anything like that. And I think that's the correct school of thought, in my opinion.
Right, but also you have to also keep into account that there have been 3 power apps and none of them were ever used. So Big Brother is gonna want to put a twist in there. So the fact that there hasn't been any power apps used, the 4th person's going out, you know they're going to want to do something. And there wasn't the double eviction. They're going to want to do something. So it's a good idea not to think about twist, but at this point, because none of the power apps were successful, there's a distinct possibility that they might throw a twist in there.
There is, but we also have to say, like, we are like super fans that are like able to analyze like the kind of predicting what production is going to have in mind for like twists and like the rest of the season. A lot of these people, like Sam, like has like never really watched Big Brother or anything. Like a majority of the people in the house are not like big fans like we are. And I think I was gonna say with the exception of Tyler, but I don't like to talk about him.
Well, can I play devil's advocate for a second and just say
absolutely.
It could be hello Andreas, he's joining us. I could say that, just like I said, play devil's advocate, it could be a better decision maybe to keep Fessy and get rid of the brains of the operation. Yes, he's won some competitions, but also at the end of the day, he's not the brightest peanut in the turd, and he can be controlled, obviously. If they keep him, if they say, we're keeping you, Fessy, we need you to do this, this, and this, he's a man of his word. Sadly, but it could work to his advantage. So keeping him could be the better outcome. The fear is he does stay, Scottie comes back in the house, and they're, pinned against each other. Well, Scottie wins HOH, let him flush out Fessy. And then the other fear is if Fessy wins HOH, he's going to get HOH-itis again, but he won't have Haleigh there. Not that really Haleigh did anything during his HOH, but he will have JC there to kind of lean on, and level 6 will be more controlling of what he will do, which would probably end in a Scottie JC on the block kind of scenario.
So
I have a thought on that. I do have a thought on that if, let's say, that does happen, I think JC is starting to have a different train of thought right now from the conversations he's been having with Brett. I think he's kind of starting to see the light on where he is in the hierarchy, which is not in the alliance. So, there is a possibility that he may have other things in mind with, protecting the alliance at this juncture in the game. I think he is starting to see the light.
Sure.
Andreas,
it's almost, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Andreas, who do you think would be the more logical choice to boot this week, Fessy or Haleigh?
I feel like what would benefit level 6 would be to get rid of Haleigh, obviously, because it's like, it is like Pinky in the brain, like, you know? So obviously getting rid of Haleigh would be beneficial to them, because Fessy is just, he is not that smart, and he's good looking and all, but he ain't that smart. So I feel like if once Haleigh's gone, I feel like JC can still control him and get him to do what he wants. So probably Fessy would be the beneficial, but I would love to see Haleigh come back, and then or Haleigh stay, and then I don't know, maybe Bayleigh come back, because then I feel like that would be pretty epic. And
Bayleigh coming back would be really an interesting choice, because I feel like Bayleigh would be the person out of the 4 that I think would be the most kind of up for grabs in terms of switching over to another alliance, or really shaking up the dynamic of the game. You know, if Rockstar or Scottie or Fessy comes back, I think it's whoever wins head of household is just going to put Haleigh and whoever comes back. But I think that Bayleigh could kind of wiggle her way, socially, into maybe getting tight with Angela and Sam and Kaycee, and making a girls thing or something like that. I don't know. I just not that I think Bayleigh is a good player by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
We've ridden that horse into the sunset. However, I think
the battle back is going to be a crapshoot.
I hope so, because everybody's kind of predicting Scottie is going to return.
Right, because they're thinking, strong player, physical, whatever. But I have seen, recent years, one of the battle backs was a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do the thing where the 4 battle each other and the winner comes back in the house, and then sometimes they'll do the wall competition, which we've already seen. They've already done the wall competition.
One we haven't seen is them hugging onto the pole endurance competition. That's what they did in Big Brother 17 for the battle back, when it was Johnny Mac that won that. But basically they had all of the jurors competing in that head of household competition with them.
Right. And the last
and
one,
that makes the most sense.
Right, yeah, the last one stays. Right. And they still have the opportunity to win HOH too, which is good.
Yeah. And Nilda brings up a really good point in the chat. She said, would Bay's power still work with 8 people in the house? I'm under the impression that power dies when she got evicted. If you guys can agree with that.
I would think so. Yeah. But Vegas, they were supposed to give us that information, but because they were not happy, because apparently a lot of the viewers are ingrates, they decided not to tell us that information.
Yeah, I want to talk about that for 1 second. I don't know how into the real Vegas for sure spoilers you guys are, but basically just to give a recap. So Vegas for sure is this really reliable source on Twitter. Everybody's sure that it's a person that's really involved with production for the show. But every now and then, this person, whoever it is, goes on these really big power trips. And so he or she, I say she because it has a picture. Her profile picture is Rachel Riley saying, "I am
Allison Grodner." I'm telling you.
So basically, she said, "You guys are entitled. You guys are spoiled, and because of that, I'm going to deactivate my Twitter. I'm going to go private. I'm going to block everybody. You're not entitled to these spoilers." And Allison, that eye roll just totally sums up what I think of all of this. It's just so dramatic. Somebody cast whoever this person is on Big Brother, because they would make a great television.
Allison Grodner can't be on the show.
Yeah, because then who would ruin the Big Brother experience? But I just call it like I see it. I mean, I feel like this season has been so good, and I'm really not looking forward to this battle back, or buyback, or whatever the fuck it's called this year. Because I feel like we have such a good dynamic set up right now. I know level 6 is totally steamrolling, but that's because they're playing good games. And I don't think that this buyback is really going to do anything except kind of slow the game down.
I know, because I'm ready for the bloodbath. I want to see it happen. I want it to go down.
Exactly. Yeah, I really am ready for level 6 to turn on each other. Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to see the carnage.
It's like, who cares anymore? These people, like, Bayleigh's been gone a month. Rockstar's been gone 3 weeks. It's like, it's done. Like, I'm over them already. As much as I loved Bayleigh and Scottie, it's just like, well, Scottie was more, last week, but it's just kind of like
prenatal vitamins.
Yeah, she's on prenatal vitamins. I don't think she'll be participating.
Yeah. What if Bayleigh's child wins the battle back?
Fine.
I don't know. Like, I'm really excited to see Bayleigh or like Scottie come back, because I'm all about like just like a real good like shady revenge, and I feel like them two, because I feel like on their way out of the Big Brother house, going into jury, like they had like people like turn on them or like lie on them. So I feel like Bayleigh would get her revenge, maybe like on Angela or something, and like Scottie would definitely get his revenge on Brett. And I would just love to see that, because I don't know. I love when people come back with receipts and then they clap back. So it's like,
yeah, I don't know, guys. I think that no matter who comes back, they're going to be talking about Tyler. I feel like they have had to have kind of compared notes in the jury house.
They haven't talked to each other. They've been sequestered this whole time.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Yeah, they're not talking to each other.
Sorry, I forgot. Like, I'm in, like, Big Brother Canada mode where, like, they do that shit. Yeah, I guess you're right. But, I mean, Bayleigh can still come back with, like, literally a blood vengeance for for Tyler. And maybe, maybe just maybe.
If Rockstar comes back in the house and now in the chat, I'll quit. I'll quit. Because what kind of challenge would it be if Rockstar beat Bayleigh, Scottie, Fess, or whoever?
A crime challenge. That's what it would be.
It's gotta be a nothing challenge.
A crime.
Yeah.
But if they have to hold on to something, don't you know she had natural childbirth, so she can take pain, so she can hang in there. She
can't even hang in the house. Oh, yeah.
She couldn't even hang on to her answer when she was doing the veto competition. She went and opened her mouth and said something to Tyler. I was like, girl, you might as well you should have said goodbye right then and there.
Do we know? I thought I heard they're doing. Is there going to be a special episode for the battle back?
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to integrate it.
Yeah, plus, like, I feel like this has been a relatively slow week, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But so I feel like they have time in the show for some filler content for sure.
Oh, and I know what they're going to fill it with too.
I do too. And well, let's talk about the veto. Let's talk about the veto first, because I don't want to talk about Tyler's hair flattening.
Yes, we are.
No, well, we're talking about the veto first. Yeah. You told me I'm running this ship tonight, and we're going to talk about something of actual substance.
Let me tell you something. Because Allison knows how to mute you. You just remember that.
Lord knows that Big Brother is going to show a fucking 20-minute segment about this godforsaken Tarzan here. Anyway, I'm so over it already. So we had the power veto competition, and Kaycee won the power veto. So good for her. Good for my under-the-radar lesbian queen. Love her. So, and of course, Kaycee decided not to use the power veto, which I think is the correct move. So now everybody's kind of... Did you mute me?
Huh?
Did you mute me? Okay.
What? We can't hear you. What?
You were giving me a smirk, like you.
What happened? Is he talking, guys? Is he talking?
Funny. Very funny. This is like that like invisible challenge. Have you guys seen that video?
Did it? No, I didn't mute your ass.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so Kaycee won the power veto, and of course she decided not to use it on Fessy or Haleigh. So everybody is kind of aligned at this point that Fessy needs to go. So Haleigh's been putting in some work to kind of ask herself, like, where should I go next once Fessy's gone?
She's trying to integrate herself back in the fold, Probably
out the door would be my guess.
So she's And, you know, under any other seasons, like, circumstances, of course, like, Haleigh would align with the people that are kind of on the outs of level 6, which is, like, JC and Sam. But, of course, Sam thinks that Haleigh is that whore. So, as we said in the last show. So, there's this, like, huge roadblock in the way, or cock block, if we should say appropriately, to, like, any kind of in for Haleigh to get any kind of numbers here. So Haleigh has decided to kind of latch on to Kaycee. So her and Kaycee have been talking a little bit more lately. We don't know, like, how real this is on Kaycee's end. Probably not at all, because she's under Tyler's mist. But in Haleigh's mind, Kaycee is her solid, like, number 2 moving forward after Fessy's gone.
It's always good to have a solid number 2.
How did I know you were going to make that into a poop joke? It's like I know you so well, Allison. Like, as soon as I said that, I was like, here we go. We're 5 years old. It's all out of love. But I am dealing with children. So, yeah. So that's kind of the setup that we have here. Also, before we talk about Tyler's hair, I want to talk about another thing that's really interesting. I don't know if it happened last night or this morning, but there was, yeah. So, Deb, do you want to explain this?
Level 6 was in the HOH room talking, and they were talking smack about Sam.
Mainly Brett.
Brett, yeah, mainly Brett. And the camera was on Brett, and you can see the intercom system, the one that's in the kitchen that has, like, a little camera on it. Yeah. You can see it light up while Brett is talking. And apparently the whole time they are talking, the intercom is on in the kitchen. So at one point, Kaycee goes downstairs and then comes back up and says, "Oh my God, I can hear everything you are saying. The intercom is on downstairs." So the question is, did Sam hear it? Because they were smack talking about Sam. I don't know where she was. And the thing is, I had the quad camera on, and the whole time they had the cameras on Fessy and Haleigh. So I don't know if anybody was in the kitchen or living room area. Kaycee said she could hear it.
Yeah, and of course they were talking. Yeah, from my understanding, like, it's pretty confirmed that Sam did hear this, and I don't know. It's really a shame, because this has real implications for, like, affecting the game. You know, like, Sam, like, thinks the most, like, she makes decisions in this game the most emotionally out of anybody. So knowing that not only, like, Brett was talking shit about her, but also that Tyler was in the room and he was contributing to that, you know, like, that really could influence Sam to kind of put her beef with that whore aside and kind of align with her moving forward, you know?
Yeah.
So really, really not a good move on production's part. Like, and this whole intercom thing is so stupid anyway. Hasn't been shown in the TV show once. And honestly, if I were Big Brother, I would just, like, cut the intercom for the rest of the season, because it hasn't really done anything.
And honestly, it's not fair to anybody's game. You know,
no, it's not.
All around. It's not fair emotionally to Sam if she had to hear people trash talking about her, because she's been, like, super paranoid that people are talking about her and, you know, making fun of her. And for that to be for her to hear that, you know, it validates everything that she's thinking. So I mean, that's like, you know, emotional distress for her.
Absolutely. And it's not anything that level 6 did wrong either. Like, they don't really deserve to happen. You know, it would be one thing if like Kaycee or Tyler or whoever went and told Sam that they were saying this, like Sand or whatever. But I don't know, just a really bad misstep on production's part that I haven't seen in, like, years on Big Brother. There was one, like...
What do you have on your face? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Did Sam confront Brett about it?
No.
That's the question. Yeah. Does she seem like that she's acting any differently today?
So here's the thing, like production like wants to hide the fact that they fucked up so badly. So anytime that anybody talks about this like intercom mishap, they cut the feeds or they switch it to another camera, that type of thing. And I'm sure that production is like shutting down like any kind of conversation about that.
I got fired today.
Which, yeah, exactly. So, but if I were Sam, like that would almost be doing more damage than being able to talk about it, because she's internalizing like all of these thoughts about like level 6 talking shit about her in a room, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think, Andreas? Did you hear about this?
No, I haven't.
How do you pronounce your name? Is it Andreas? Is it on? How do you pronounce your name?
Like I just tell people Andreas or Dre, whichever's easier.
Hold on a second.
I like Dre.
No. Did you think that I was mispronouncing his name, Tiller?
Very funny, Alice.
I think Andreas would say, bitch, say my name right.
I don't know. He seems like a nice guy. He doesn't want to like get the fly swatter in the face.
Honestly, yeah. Like when like white people say my name, I don't usually correct them.
Exactly. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that we were pronouncing your name correctly.
No, it's good. Like usually when they're like, "Oh my god, am I saying it?" I'm like, yeah, Patricia, you so are saying it right. No,
sure, Kelly, keep saying it.
No, oh my god, that's such a pretty ethnic name. What nationality is it? It's American.
Oh,
it's American.
So I'm gonna call you Dre because I like that. But so Dre, like, so you didn't hear about this at all, or only see it on the feeds or anything?
No, I don't usually like watch the feeds because I just never have time. I mean, I barely have time to take a shit as is. So, so
that's fair.
My feeds is like, oh, gotta schedule that in. But just listening, I'm like, I like feel bad for Sam because I'm just like, she's got a lot of shit going on, and I'm like, and then on top of that, like, I swear they're feeding her like Xanax or like some weed or something.
Yeah, some kind of happy pill.
Yeah. Gas in the damn like diary room or something, but like because she just comes out super happy, but like I just feel like for them to do that and like make like basically have that big fuck up, it's like you already heard this bitch say that she was gonna curb stomp somebody, and then you gonna set her up. It's like, come on now, like I'm like, you know, she's already like 3 sheets to the wind. Just like leave the poor girl alone. Like let her just live her life. Let her just hand out them tokens and think everybody's her friend and just let her live her life.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. During the HOH competition,
before we get to that, was it intentional?
Do you think it was on purpose? I think it was
on purpose. Yeah.
What, the intercom thing?
Intercom thing, yeah.
No. I'm not gonna subscribe to one of those conspiracy theories.
I will.
No, I come on, it's fucking up Tyler's game, which like everybody loves. Like everybody in production is just like jacking off Tyler like the entire season. So why would they like ruin his game by doing that? No. If it were like Falte, if it were Falte in the room, production loves Tyler. Production wants Tyler to win. 100 million %.
Think that everybody on production loves Tyler?
No, but I don't think that like the individual worker doesn't like opinion doesn't matter. I think that like production as a whole is rooting for Tyler. They're building this narrative of him being this like mastermind player, which he's not. And they wouldn't do anything to mess that up. Especially something that they couldn't show on the TV show. This will not be shown on the TV show.
So you think that Tyler is like production puppet?
Oh, well, not a puppet. Well, yes, kind of a puppet, because they like gave Tyler those the medicine to like let him sleep well, like the night before that slip and slide HOH, and then we get this like segment about him being this like great bowler, and then of course the HOH that Angela wins is like a bowling competition type of thing, and I guarantee you guys we're gonna have this fucking like it's gonna be like an hour-long special about ironing Tyler's hair, and that's the It's so yeah. Let's talk about that. So Tyler ironed his hair.
Hold on, real quick. Back then the chat. Broken Sunye said they wouldn't do that to Sam's mental health if it was someone else, maybe. But Sam is close to the line of. I kind of have to agree with that a little bit. I mean, if it was someone else, yeah, but Sam is so unstable and just kind of losing it. I don't know.
They wouldn't do what?
Leak the intercom.
Oh yeah, I mean that's another great point too. Like Sam is totally losing it, and I don't think that they would do that on purpose to Sam. Like I just go back to like, could they show this on the TV show? Absolutely not. You know, I really don't think that production like wanted this to happen or anything. Yeah, I mean they haven't fucked up this bad in years. Like I remember like Big Brother 14, there was like a really bad like diary room leak. I think who was talking in the it was somebody in the DR like
yeah, and it was going through the intercom system like
yeah, and Mike Bookie, I remember like Mike Bookie like running to the door being like, hey, like we can hear you, hello, stop. I forget who was in the DR at that time though.
It happened on OTT. Something similar happened on OTT.
Yeah, that happened on OTT too. Yes, it did, and it gave away information.
Allison is like the encyclopedia for OTT.
One of these days, we're gonna do an OTT special because I'm the only person who watched it.
I watched it.
Okay. Well, you and I will do it.
Yeah, I watched.
And Nilda says it was Frank. That makes sense. All right, cool. So yeah,
about everything. She was bitching at what's his nuts about Brett about laundry. I mean, she's just so all over the place. But sorry, go ahead, Tyler.
No, I was just gonna bitch about Tyler. So go ahead.
I mean, bitch. What did I just say? I don't even know what I just said.
All right, so I'll bitch about Tyler. So I swear to God, guys, like I am so tired of this guy. Like I can't even go on.
We would have never known.
I can't even go on the Big Brother subreddit right now because like it's all these memes about like Tyler. So basically, they.
Did something happen?
Oh, she muted him. Lord Jesus.
Okay.
Allison, you look like JC right now when you talk about like when JC's talking about how he's like, this is his HOH with Fessy and he's like running the show. Yeah, that's what you look like right now. You just look
all right.
Mad.
All right. I'm gonna turn you back on. I'm gonna do my sweetie.
All right, that was pretty funny. However, I get a notification when you mute me, so it's not as sly as you think.
Shut up. No.
So anyway, so they ironed Tyler's hair, and now there's like memes everywhere. And I would be willing to bet my entire life savings that they're going to do like a 10-minute segment on Thursday about this stupid thing that they did. And I will be tuning out for that because it's just so annoying.
He was in an 80s hairband. He looked like Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. He looks like Thor. He looks like a young Fabio. He looks insane. I don't like it at all.
I love me some Tyler.
I'm like, ooh, get it back under the sink.
I like love to hate him because he's just so like, he's like good.
He's not even cute. He's not even cute.
He
yes,
is.
He is. He's adorable.
If he did like a charcoal mask and like wasn't a little greasy, because I was like Zingbot, like why'd you have to come for him for his face? Like I'm like that's messed up. I'm like he's a little greasy, but it's okay. I mean, he'll age well. I'm like these like.
What I don't like is like his eyes are super beady. You know what I mean?
Oh, here we
go.
He's
always like looking like back and forth. But I like him. The only thing I don't like is like he has a little crush on Angela. And I can't stand her. I can't stand.
Yeah. What do you guys?
Did she just mute him again?
I was asking. I was moving on from the topic.
Okay,
I was asking.
Thank God.
I was asking, what do you guys think about that segment on Sunday with Tyler and Angela kind of being flirty with one another?
No, I don't care.
I literally threw up because I was just like, she doesn't have a heart. She's emotionless. She looks sad. Like, I'm over her. Like, I'm just so over her. Like, she gets on my freaking nerve. And for a brief second, I was like, I liked her when she was like, okay, like, when she was actually had a real moment. She was like, well, maybe I should put Brett up or somebody up because they're like, what have they done for me? And I'm like, okay, girl, like, I'm feeling you for a minute. And then she was like, no, I'm actually gonna put up Haleigh and Fessy together. And I'm like, okay, never mind. I don't like you. Just kidding.
Well,
forget about it.
Yeah, my favorite part about Sunday's episode is Fessy acting all shocked that he got nominated, and then he sits there and goes, yeah, I guess I should have nominated Angela.
You don't even understand. I was yelling at my damn TV, and I was just like, you know what? This is why you can't trust men. That's why I saw a meme today. It said, you can't trust a man born on his birthday. And I said, ain't that the damn truth? You can't trust no man, because I'm like, Haleigh put all her trust in you, and for you to be so dumb, and then she had told you, look, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna make this dumb decision, and then we're gonna be on the block together.
Okay, but here's the thing, guys. Like, on the TV show, like, they're really painting this narrative of like Fessy's making all the dumb decisions, but Haleigh is trying to like push him in the right direction. Like, she's really not trying as hard as she can, in my opinion. She didn't really push Fessy too much with his disaster of an HOH week. She didn't really push Kaitlyn too much the week that she put up Swaggy. You know, everybody's crediting her as like the smarter of the two, like the brains of the operation. But she's smarter than Fessy, but that's a pretty low bar.
But he's the village idiot. So.
Right, exactly.
Look, I'm smarter than Fessy, okay?
She's right. That's true. Not really much. Wait, who said that? Yeah, Haleigh is not like as smart as she is being portrayed on the show.
Like,
I think
she is smart.
She is.
I feel like her execution is. Oh, sorry. I feel like she's smart, but I feel like the way she executed, how she really felt, was just like real low. Because it's like she would say one thing like during her confessions, like, "Oh, I believe this is stupid," blah 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 blah. But then it's like when she's confronting Fessy, she's just like, "Okay, like I'm just letting you know, like this is dumb, but like do what you want to do." But I'm like, "No, girl, let him know. You have the power to use it. Come on."
Exactly. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I just I don't want to give Haleigh too much credit here. Like she's had like correct reads on a lot of things. Like her and Rockstar have been like the main people to kind of pinpoint Tyler for like all that he's doing and stuff like that. But you're exactly right, Dre. Like she's just not following through with a lot of pressure to kind of sway things in her favor. So I like Haleigh, but if she goes, like I don't think she's like the next like Nicole type of winner or anything like that.
No,
Nicole was slick. Nicole was real slick.
Nicole is a really great underrated winner, in my opinion. And anybody who says Paul should have won over her, I will fight you to the death on that.
No, someone please say it. Someone please say it.
Paul should have won.
Paul should not have won.
He was
not at all. Not a chance. Like Paul was so terrible both of his seasons. But Big Brother 18, like he was 100% like. I don't know if I can't even take you seriously, Deb. Yeah, that's right.
I would say his second season he did better though, because I mean he made it very, very far, and I feel like the only reason Josh might have won is because he was more likable, probably.
I can't give him any credit because he had that safety like the first 3 weeks, and Cody literally tried to nominate him. So he would have like potentially been gone that first or second week if he didn't have that safety. But yeah.
You're like, but I digress.
Yeah, I could talk about that all day. I could write like a collegiate level essay on why Paul should have won both, or Paul should have lost both of his seasons.
I'm not a Paul fan at all. I just don't.
Yeah, he fucking sucks. To be frank.
I think he did a lot of unnecessary things. To like taunt people that are on the block and isolate them. It was just a lot of unnecessary shit that had to go down between, you know, point A and point B, and it's like it was just unnecessary, and it just, you know, people don't forget, you know, they'll forget what you said, what you did, but they're never going to forget how you made them feel, and he made people feel like shit. Because he just mentally manipulated them and got them to the point where they were just like so low, you know, such a low point that, you know, they just give up. So,
yeah. So,
nasty shit.
Look at that. Look, everybody. Look who it is.
Oh, Lordy Jesus.
It is long hair. Look at that long little mangy. Look at that little mane of hair.
That's someone's future baby daddy right there.
That's gonna he's gonna squirt sperm and it's gonna make a baby. In a vagina. Yep. It's gonna happen.
In Angela's.
Yep. Can you imagine?
I don't know.
I don't know. Her vagina might be cold. It can't hold.
I was just gonna say, like, sperm living.
It's gotta be warm, right? It's gotta be warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, girl, what's your name?
Anyway, so that's all my notes for tonight. Unless you guys had some more stuff to go over, but it's been a pretty slow week, to be frank. It's you know, at the end game it always starts to slow down a little bit.
There was something that happened. We found a sighting. There's Fessy's nuts in JC's hands. So we did have a sighting of Fessy's nuts, in case anyone was wondering. Right there. We were wondering where they went. His balls. Yes.
Well,
there you go.
Wow.
Cool. Do you have a Made in the Shade segment for us?
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it? Just that one thing?
Do you think if Scottie comes back, he's gonna like profess his love to Haleigh?
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
Not. He's thinking it's gonna be like a Cody Jessica moment where she like leaps into his arms and they like embrace and like make out in front of every. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
If anything, I could see like in Emily and Dylan in Big Brother Canada 5. They got together after the show and they're still together now. If anything, for this couple, I think it'll be like similar to that. Haleigh is very cognizant of the fact that like she's on camera and like people like her dad are watching the show. So she knows that she's not going to do anything and she wants to just like kind of play it cool and not be like involved in the showmance. But I think that she is genuinely interested in Fessy, and I think that
I think that's changing now.
Yeah, I think that they'll like explore that outside of the house.
Yeah,
she likes Tyler though.
After we saw those pictures of Fessy, she has a lot to explore.
Yes, yes, she does.
But
I do see her getting a little disillusioned with Fessy because he is very overbearing and controlling, and she has had, you know, moments where she was like, "Oh hell no."
Yeah.
So, you know, she's getting a little eye opener on what he's like. So just imagine what he's like outside the house, as far as controlling.
Yeah.
He could be in a little trouble there. So, yeah. But I do think that production is a little upset that they haven't had a successful showmance to, you know.
Well, they had Swaggy and Bayleigh, but that ended really soon.
It ended too quickly. They didn't have one that they could carry on, a long story and you know, make it a love story or whatnot.
Honestly, though, that's so refreshing, you know, like to not have like this like season-long like Brendan and Rachel type of romance.
That's why they're trying to shove Tangela down our throat.
I know.
So nobody cares about that crap.
Literally, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah. Nobody cares about Tangela or.
And then here's the thing: have you seen? wait! Have you guys seen pictures of Angela and Tyler like side by side? If you put their pictures together, they look very similar. They look related,
especially with his hair straightened.
Yeah.
Well, they grew up in the same town.
Yes, y'all need to get some 23andMe done because you might be related. So don't hook up until you get your DNA test.
Like some kissing cousin situation.
Exactly. Well, they are from the same area, so maybe there is a kissing cousins. Type
and believe me, from someone that has done 23andMe, you don't know who you are. So.
Oh hell, yeah.
I
should buy that.
I want to get
this is not a
thing. I'm gonna say I'm black. Just that's it.
Yeah. Well, my dad took it.
You would be surprised because I found out I was Italian. I never knew I was Italian.
What if it said you were white, Andres? What? I mean, like.
Well, I kind of know what it's gonna say because, like, my dad is from Africa.
You don't
like, he's
know.
born and raised in Africa.
Don't know.
And then my mom's Hispanic, so it's like, boom, like.
So there's not a chance.
Nobody's pure. Nobody's pure. You need to believe me. I had no idea I was Italian whatsoever, and I am half Italian.
This show is sponsored by 23andMe. To get $20 off of your tests, put in the code My Weekly Meltdown diarrhea shit in the promo code.
My Weekly Meltdown diarrhea shit.
Exactly. That's probably why I was crying because I felt the diarrhea coming on earlier.
Yeah, it comes on very quickly in the show.
Andreas, I made a video earlier and posted on YouTube called Allison Cleans Up Cat Diarrhea While Pet Sitting. And you can't see the diarrhea, but I am watching someone's really old as hell cat, and he had an accident, and I filmed me cleaning it up.
Yeah, it's the video is very on brand with Allison for sure.
It's very people who know me know that that's all. Like I freak out at the sight of anything nasty.
I'm just imagining like different sponsors like checking out your channel for the first time to see if they want to like sponsor with you.
Wait, you know
what? They see that video and they're like, oh my god,
Pooper Scooper.
She
would love to sponsor you.
That's true.
I want suppository. I want Fleet to sponsor this show so I can talk about suppositories and enemas and pretty much everything else you can think of.
Honestly, you know what gave me diarrhea is looking at Tyler and Angela in the bed. Like I was just like,
it's such a cookie cutter plastic. It just doesn't.
It wasn't even. It didn't look cute. It didn't. Like, I didn't feel like oh, like you know when like Fessy and Haleigh in the bed. I'm like, okay, they're cute, like whatever. But like when they were in the bed, I was like, it feels forced. Number one, and number two, like I don't know. I'm weird. Like I'm like I don't want nobody like right up on me when I'm like in bed, like because then I'm smelling your breath, you smelling my breath. Like it's just a lot. Like and then I don't want you kissing me. Like can you wait till I get the Colgate to the mouth first, and then we can have like a situation like
Captain Obvious and I have to plan when we kiss. Like I just need a heads up. It's just,
What do you have it in your calendar?
I have to put it in my in my phone. Oh, I got a kiss today. Fuck. Okay. Some people are saying in the chat that like Anelda said, JC's days are numbered because he's having conversations with Brett and Tyler about getting Angela out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to this today, like on Taryn's like live feed update recap show or whatever that he does every morning. Which shout out to that, like amazing work. But yeah, so basically JC, he's kind of coming alive in terms of like wanting to play this game and like realizing like where he is on the totem pole of like the people left in the house. And so he's kind of set his sights on Angela, and he's trying to convince Brett and he's trying to convince Tyler that like this is like the move. But of course Tyler, like, he's steering JC like really far away from like wanting to do this. He's like, no man, it's not the time yet. Like we got to get Haleigh out next week first, like that kind of thing. But JC seems pretty adamant about it. So that's kind of the.
So maybe JC should win a fucking HOH and do it himself.
Okay, so I just got
him and Brett.
I know that we said like last week that this is not a good time for JC to win head of household, but I think like this upcoming week here would be an excellent time for him to win head of household, because he keeps Haleigh around. He starts like putting like cracks in the level 6 alliance. Like that would be perfect.
That would, and it'll give like a chance for like I guess Haleigh to like really expand on that relationship with Kaycee, and like maybe that would follow through, and I like that would be really cool to see. Like
exactly. Like yes, oh my god, that would be so perfect. And then like they can all like flip on Tyler and get him out.
Somebody at Lizard asked, do y'all think? Well, first of all, I got the live feeds up right now. Thanks to Broken Sunny for letting me know. What's her name? Sam is giving Brett a hair makeover, so I got that on. He's just blowing him out right now. Giving him a blowout.
Blowing Brett.
Blowing Brett. Look, I'm not being dirty. I'm just saying she's blowing him with a brush.
Like,
hey, I would be very jealous of Sam if Sam was doing that.
But so do y'all think Tyler's making Angela out to be a bitch so that he can take her to final 2 and beat her in jury, or is she just a bitch?
I think Angela's making herself out to be a bitch.
I think Tyler knows she's a bitch.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help. It doesn't help when Zingbots like zing about her is that she's like a cold-hearted bitch. But like one thing that Tyler has been doing to kind of reinforce this narrative is he's been telling Angela like, yeah, I keep saying these like really mean things and like the goodbye messages, even though he's not. But it's kind of right, exactly. Like she believes that, and so she's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it too, you know.
Oops, I'm sorry. That was Lori who gave the update. I apologize. Everything's going so fast.
I think it's both because I feel like one, like she's just a bitch. She's like, you know, when you go into the doctor's office and like you're in the examination room and it's just like cold and sterile, like that's her. Like that's the ambiance she gives me. Like, but I also feel like he knows that and he plays on that. Like he's like, okay, you know what? Like I'm gonna use this to my advantage. Meanwhile, just like every other guy does, like they play on that stuff and then they sit there and try to eat their cake too. So he tries to like snuggle up to her, even though he's kind of doing her dirty. So I'm just like, you know, Tyler, like, live your life.
Props.
Live your life. I'm not even mad at that because I don't even like Angela. So like, whatever.
Angela's a mean girl, you know. And look, what's her name? Sam is doing Brett's hair right now, and I think he's gonna look like Elvis. It looks hilarious.
They should do cornrows. I want to see them do cornrows.
Oh God, I would love that. She should do that on Haleigh.
Like the little beach ones with like the little beads on them, so they click clack.
Like Bo Derek.
Yeah. Like I want it. Like, I just want it, and I want him to do this and click clack while he do it. Like
yeah.
No, I want to see Brett with cornrows.
I want to see Kaycee's hair. I want to see her hair. Like we never see her hair.
Oh, Kaycee's hair is so glorious.
Kaycee would she would look so cool with that.
Yeah.
Well, Sam said that she was going to give Kaycee a blowout.
Well, let's be honest. Is she really going to do it?
Let's be honest.
Your money where your mouth is.
I do not want to be Brett in no cornrows, though. I feel like it's like a frat boy with cultural appropriation, just stamped all over it. Like, no.
Yeah, I feel like one of two things is happening right now. It either looks like an Elvis or we're going the Ace Ventura. I don't know yet. If she does his hair like Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura,
can you bring that up? Can we see it for a second?
I can't do it on my laptop.
Please.
I mean,
They should do it like a hairspray moment.
see?
Oh wait, ooh.
What? Oh, this
Hold
is
on.
like Duran Duran.
Oh yeah, it is. It's all hungry like the wolf and shit.
Give
Look at that.
you like a good pompadour moment.
I love it.
Her name is Rio, and she dances on
Is she
the
cutting
sand.
it?
No, she's blowing. She's blowing Brett.
That whore, she's blowing.
That whore's blowing Brett, and there's Kaycee.
Hey,
Some Kaycee. I love her.
I love her.
Trey, what do you think of Brett's gameplay? Like, we've kind of talked about it here before, but I haven't gotten your take on like what you think about him yet.
About Brett?
Yeah.
I feel that because we were having this discussion earlier about how like Brett versus Angela and how like they're both kind of like super like he's douchey, she's bitchy, but I feel like he's so charismatic, and that's why he gets away with a lot of stuff. Versus Angela, like it just sticks to her because she's just so cold, and I feel like because he's charismatic, it works for him. But I feel like now that it's like getting closer to the end, like people are starting to realize that he has not really contributed that much to anything, like to his alliance, to anybody that he's loyal to. And I feel like I'm starting to catch up to him, and now he's like trying to like shoot game with people that he knows that are gonna do the dirty work, like Angela, like Tyler, and even like JC, because I feel like JC he's not like a competition beast, but he can plant a seed in your head and just make it grow. And I feel like that's one of his good things. But Brett is just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's going to last long or not. If he does, then like, obviously it's by his charm. But if not, it's because people are realizing that that's all that he's bringing to the table.
Well, I think he's realizing it too. And I think that he's realizing his place in the hierarchy.
Right.
So, and that's why he's having these chats with JC, because I think that he wants to make a move.
Right.
I'm really rooting for Brett to win this season, and I really
love Brett. I don't know how that ever happened.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, when did that change, Allison? I remember both of you ladies at the beginning of the season. You were
I don't like Brett.
Brett and Winston, like they're so terrible. Like they're not funny. They're not.
Oh, I did not like Winston at all. Ugh.
I didn't like the dynamic duo of the bro dude thing.
They were so annoying.
I'm just saying, I've been a fan like all season, and
how is it that you like Brett over Tyler? Like I don't. Please explain this to me, because I'm like, at least Tyler, like, okay, he's a little shady, and and he just, and yes, with the hair and everything, but I just
I will gladly break this down. I'll compare them to two past players. So I think that Tyler is a better version of Paul in terms of gameplay, and I think that Brett is like a washed down version of Dr. Will.
Yeah.
So like Brett has been getting by on his charm. He's been like doing these crazy antics with speeches that Dr. Will was really known for. He's been like using the flirt game with women to get kind of further
The what game? The what game?
Flirt game.
I thought you said the fart game.
No, that's something you would say. But I just really see a lot of similarities there between Brett and Dr. Will. And I think that Brett could easily get to the end and talk his way out of a paper bag no matter who he's sitting next to in Final Two. I could even see Brett getting Rockstar's vote in the end, which is crazy to me given like their history and everything. Like he was able to like fuck her over and then like admit that he did that in his goodbye speech to her, and she was laughing and smiling about it. Like that's the kind of charm that Brett has.
Can I say something? Thinking about that and Rockstar, the possibility. Well, they're definitely like probably in hotel rooms, so they're all sequestered separately.
Yeah.
They didn't have the opportunity to go into the jury house hot, heavy, mad, and hash it out and trash talk. So they've had time to cool down. They've had a cooling off period. So by the time they do get together this week in the jury house, they've all had the cooling off period. so that, you know, they've had time to hopefully get over their anger, so they're not going into the jury house angry. So that is good for people.
Whereas, like, I could see them, like, having that resentment, that bitterness towards Tyler, because Tyler is making more emotional, like, real connections with people, where, like, they get more upset on the way out the door when he screws them over. You know, like, imagine the day when, like, Sam, like, gets evicted and she talks to, like, Rockstar and Bayleigh and Scottie and Haleigh and, like, everybody in the jury house and stuff like that. Sam's going to be crushed when she learns the truth that, like, Tyler was, like, double dipping the whole time. Same with JC, like, same if, like, Kaycee gets there, if Angela gets there. You know, like, I really, like, yes, Tyler's doing a better job with these, like, goodbye messages and jury management and stuff than Paul ever came close to. But it's still a type of game that's played that really hurts people.
Yeah, but I don't see him being. I don't see him being like vindictive or mean to people while they're
no, not
on
mean,
their way out.
But everybody thinks that Tyler is their number one, and it really crushes people when, like, they find that out. When they're, like, way too late to do anything about it and they're out the door. Hold on. Brooke and Sunny are saying in the chat, Tyler came in with a plan. With his plan, luck, and charisma, he's doing good. I don't think that he has the charisma to seal the deal quite like Brett is, like, with these moves. Also, like, I think that Brett is the most independent thinker out of, like, everybody left in level 6. I think that Brett could easily see the writing on the wall with, like, what Tyler's doing and kind of make a play against him without Tyler even realizing it.
Can I say something real quick?
Did you have your face in your cat's ass?
I'm not trying to have my cat in my face in my cat's ass. But here's the thing. Can we just talk? Thank you. Can we just talk about how brave Brett is right now, letting what's her name, Sam use the biggest curling iron I've ever seen on his head this far from his face. That's right funny. Now, after everything that happened today. That's a brave man.
Mm-hmm.
That is a brave man.
Okay, we've been going an hour. Anything else?
Nope. Brett for the win. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
If Brett wins this game, like, I will, in my own, like, winner rankings, he will be ranked very high in my opinion. I think that he's really doing an incredible job if he wins. That's
I
all.
want JC to be HOH next.
I do too. Yes. I want a JC HOH.
And I want Bayleigh to come back. That's it.
That would be fun.
Dre, you've really talked me into that. I would love to see that happen.
Who do you think will go in the double eviction?
Are they doing a double?
I think next week.
Are we sure?
I think so.
I don't know.
Honestly, it's gonna be Haleigh and I don't know. Like, maybe Sam would be a target to take out during the double eviction.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times, like, the target for, like, the second person in a double is somebody that's somebody that's kind of on the outs. That's, like, an easy for everybody to come to agreement and say, you know what, let's just get this person out.
Or someone that's really hard to get out. And you have
oh my God! If Tyler went home,
look at him! Look at he's coming.
That would just be so good.
Look at him! He just had a little mini orgasm.
Tell us how you tell us how you would feel.
Imagine if Bayleigh comes.
I had to do it. I had to mute it one more time.
Okay. No, but just imagine this. Imagine if Bayleigh comes back. Yeah. She wins that head of household during double eviction, and she screams at him just as much as she did during that house meeting, where she has, like, blood coming out of her mouth, and she's like,
my God. "That was my moment."
I nominate Tyler for eviction, and then, like, all this blood, like, spews everywhere. That would be so
the greatest thing ever. That was great. That was amazing.
Like, I want her to have a good revenge speech. Like, I want her to be like, I'm putting you, Tyler, up and you, Angela, up because y'all lied on me You had me look like a bloody mess. When I sat there and told you I wasn't the BB hacker and it was actually Haleigh, but you didn't even come and apologize to me. And then you put my man up for eviction. So,
yeah,
you gotta go.
This is for me and my baby. I nominate you, Tyler.
Like, forget about Swaggy t-shirts. We need Bayleigh shirts. We need like Haleigh shirts. Like, I want one right now. I'm making
if that happens.
The funny thing is, like, Swaggy C was only on the show for 2 weeks, not even that long, and nobody really remember. I remember Bayleigh more than I do. The only time I remember Swaggy is when I see the shirts.
Really? I remember Swaggy because he was like one of the few house guests that talked to himself and like had to like he'd be like, yeah, so this is what you have to do. And like, and I'm like, oh my, are you like, he was he was like talking to himself, and then he got so butthurt that America did not pick him. And I was like, Swaggy C, you are not an icon. Please sit down. There are several
well, he thinks he does on Twitter. That's for sure.
He's probably selling his merch right now.
Yeah, on clearance.
Baby C shirts coming soon.
They're probably going as quickly as those level 6 shirts are going.
Oh God. Anyway, that Falte.
A Tangela shirt.
No, you can have that one.
Revolution shirt.
All right.
I would buy that shirt.
I would buy that one with a bird shitting. Yes.
The Grappalu shirt? Yes, I would love
that. And in a few years from now, you're going to see like little kids in a third world country wearing like Swaggy C shirts.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And then someone needs to take a picture of it and then post it.
Poor children. Anyway, so that's it. I think that's it. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Please.
That's it.
Please subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Thank you, Lizard Gaming, for encouraging people in the chat to subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Broken Sunyer, thank you for joining us. I haven't seen you in here before. Randy B, Anelda, Lizard, everybody, Rebecca Hurley. We just had so many people in here with us tonight. And that asshole Tyler, I don't know why he keeps calling this a shit show when he's on it. But anyway, I saw that.
I call it like I see it.
That's right. It is a shit show.
Also, everybody subscribe to my new YouTube channel. It's called My Daily Meltdown, presented by Tyler Lyons. I'm going to be going live every day to talk about Big Brother. So if everybody wants to...
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I kill you, too.
Where's this button been my whole life? I'm gonna get it. I love you.
I need that button for work.
Yeah, I need this just in life. Like, can I just? Yes, please.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. So that's it for tonight's show. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back Thursday at 10/9 Central for the live after show. Like I said, please subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown on YouTube. You will get notifications when we go live. Also on Facebook, we're the only My Weekly Meltdown. I am on Instagram at the.memphis.darling and on Twitter at Summers, SOMMERS 1977. You can find Deborah on social media on Twitter at My Next Life Debbie, and that's DEBI. I don't know why she has to be weird. And that other guy, Tyler, he's at T Lyons. That's TLIONZZS.
Why would she put an S in the end? That makes no sense.
And then didn't she put like an I in there too? She
totally
didn't want anybody to find your S.
It was on purpose. No, you can find Tyler at T Lyons, and that's at TLYONZZ.
There you go.
And Andreas, how can people find you?
At Dracy Love. It's DRESII_love.
Yay! All right, guys. Thank you for watching my dysfunctional show. Okay, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys Thursday.
Bye.
Hopefully I'll have a better hair.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.